Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Hope you all had a great day in the market. Hope you all had a great Easter weekend. And as always, we're back with a midday market recap. Sadly, a no trade recap today. Definitely my issue right now has nothing to do with strategy, has nothing to do with sort of the technical side. That's all actually improving. I'm seeing more and more all the time. Maybe I'm doing too much. Maybe I'm learning too much. So my focus is, I'm not really mastering a particular setup. I'm sort of becoming good at a few of them. So maybe I just need to hone in on one setup, completely concentrate and master that. But as I said, it's nothing to do with the technical side. It's to do with the mental side. Right now, I'm just really struggling to pull the trigger. It's just because I'm not sure why the actual reason is. I've definitely got to be more aggressive. I know that in terms of just getting in, getting out, but basically pressing the button to get in. But at the same time, it's like these two stocks I'm going to talk about, RHE and ARCI. They happen so fast. Like you got to make that decision within that 1 second, and that's where I'm just a bit behind right now. I'm seeing it. I'm hesitant for a second, then bang, it's gone. It's gone without me. So that's what I'm working on. Right now, how I'm working on that is I'm reading a book called Trading in the Zone. But only gone for a couple chapters so far, and it's becoming a bit of an eye-opener. Really recommend the book if you haven't already. So I'm only 2 chapters into it, and it just talks about the psychology of trading, and it's so far very good, and hopefully it will pay for itself when we start pressing this button. It's just a new thing, really, not pressing the button. I had it before a bit, but you see I always was taking trades, but right now just not managing to not managing to press the actual get into the action basically. But anyway, so that's where we're at right now. So I'm going to talk about 2 trades, 2 setups on RHE on one of them and ARCI for a short. But RHE was the only one we was looking at for a long, and the one out the gates. It made a decent move up on Thursday. It had some news there, so sort of continued over today. You see how pre-market it just sort of made this lovely move from the 170 area all the way up to the $3 area. The thing is, at the open, I wanted it for a washout long, basically. I thought it was already quite overextended. There was some resistance around the 324 and 384 area, which I'll just show you here quickly. You see how I marked off this candle here, which is 324, this candle here, 384, and 456, etc. I'm just marking at the top of these candles, but you see how on the 1 minute chart, in hindsight, you see how they come pretty much perfect into play. 384 here, come down, touched off to 324, got rejected, back down to the what's this area, this 250 area, which become intraday support, but then back up now to 324, and it's sort of holding that area. So you see how these areas can come into play. But the area that I missed was this entry here. So my initial plan was for a washout long. I wanted to wash out, basically was at the $3 area. I wanted it down to the 2 sort of 60s area, just around. If I go across here, I just wanted it down. It's not doing it. There we go. Just around to this area. So you see how it's sort of this 265 area, and then we can use that $0.50 as sort of our cut-off point. But we never really got that washout. But what we did in the actual setup I missed was, as you see right here, it hit $3 exactly, hit $3 again, holding $3. And the reason was because here on the level 2, where the 50,000 seller, selling 50,000 shares of stock, and it just become that brick wall. So one thing I noticed, one thing I saw, and it happened so quick, was by the time that, as you see here, it kept getting hit here and here in these 3 minute candles. By the time the market opened and it pulled back, it basically was down to about 32,000, and then you saw it go 32, 28, 25, 20, 15, and it went very fast. That's when I should have hit. That's when I should have got in, and as you see, it just flew up. It flew all the way up, and next thing on level 2 was 340, and we would have been up about 40 cents. It was absolutely ridiculous. Maybe we would only capture 20, 30 cents of that, but it absolutely flew up, and that's where I was like, oh, why didn't I take it? And it's quite a common thing to see that. You see that brick wall, you know if that breaks, there's going to be a big pop. So you see how here it's got 21,800. That's exactly what we had there, 50,000, and he said it just decreased very, very quick. And when you know that, you know it's going to break. And even if it didn't, we would have, we would have got our break even or maybe 5-7 cents. But no, here that was the move. I was then once again. Now I thought we got a pullback here. But I was sort of waiting for. I wanted this sort of thicker candles to sort of I wanted the basically retest of this 350 area. Then I wanted to wash out and maybe sell for a quick pop. But we just didn't get it. I saw a little. So this candle closed here, and when it opened here, I saw it quite stall, and then I saw green coming in. That was kind of an entry I saw, and it would have worked. But hindsight's always 20/20. The main entry here was $3, and then after that, it just never could really establish a safe entry. Yes, you got 1 minute make to do high, but you see how it's already really overextended of the VWAP, the moving averages. Every time it goes, it just gets harder and harder, and we never really got that big washout. We got a lit here, but it's the backside of the move. It was basically over. So that was the entry at the $3. As you see here, this 14,000 seller. We basically had the same thing with a 50,000. It just went like that, and next thing you know, you was up 40 cents. But it happened within a split second. Really, really difficult. Not difficult. Saw it, just needed to react very quick for it, and that's the one thing I struggled with right now, pulling the trigger. The next one was ARCI. I actually allocated shares to short, as you see here. ARCI was making it sort of. I think this was on the gap scanner as well. Not much volume, but volume did come in, as you see here. So what we had here is, you see, started to make a move up, made a big move, got halted 450. As it resumed, it made a big move basically up to, you see here, this 496 area. When it got halted, I allocated shorts. I saw it up to the $5. It basically $5 area. See it get rejected. What happened again? It moved up to $5. That's when I should have took my short, because what happened was once it hit $5, it slowed down. You could see it wasn't breaking 5. Should have got in for the short there, risking the $5 area, and then it flushed down, and then you see it got halted. I don't know why it shows like that, because I don't think it got halted at 470, but yeah, it got halted at the 430 area. It got halted there at 430, and then you see it when it opened. It basically opened up slightly higher at 435, but then it just flushed all the way down to the $4 area. So that was basically two trades there, and it all come from reading the level 2. I read the level 2. I just basically didn't have the balls to press the button for whatever reason, and that's the reason I'm working on right now. Got the slightly bigger account, so I've got the opportunity to give myself some cushion, but just need to press that button basically, because two opportunities there that they happen very fast. You can't just sit around and wait to get confirmation. You have to go with the probabilities, and both probabilities on these two stocks, in hindsight, they worked out. So that is it, and yeah, we'll be back at it tomorrow. So anyway, hope you all had a great day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.